Hi everyone, Abby here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Now today, I'm gonna be reviewing the lululemon Wunder Puff Jacket Long. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly and so you can help the channel grow. So I have this in the color Purple Ash. I have it in a size 14. And it currently goes for $398. That is the regular price. I was able to grab this on markdown for $249. Now, the first thing I'm gonna show you guys is the logo on this jacket. So you're gonna find the logo on the hood right here. And the logo here is the exact same color as the rest of the jacket, so it's definitely more low-key. And at the back, at the very bottom, you could see a logo here. And we do have a logo right here. It says Lululemon. And it also says it on the zipper pull right here. Now this is the front of the jacket. It is quite long. And in case you guys are wondering, yes, the hood is removable via kind of button, kind of just snaps on and off. Opening it up, one thing to notice is it does have button closure as well as zipper. So you can use either or both of them if you want to. Here it is on the inside. The inside fabric is nice and soft. It is not like a textured at all. It's basically the same material that's on the outside that's on the inside. On the inside, we do have a little pocket right here. We have the same thing on the other side. And you can also go ahead and cinch the inside from our waist cinch right here. And all right, guys, now I'm gonna go ahead and try this on so you can see what it looks like on me. All right, guys, so here is on me. Now you guys can see definitely true puffer coat, nice and puffy. Now for my sizing recommendation here, I would definitely recommend staying true to size. Typically with the Wunder Puff items, I always say size down one, consider that heavily, but here I'm not saying that, and the reason why is the sleeves. Now for some reason, the sleeves on the Wunder Puff Long here are a lot more fitted than the other Wunder Puff items. So the sleeves kind of run a little bit small. Typically like Wunder Puffs are oversized in the sleeves and the body all over, but here the torso is oversized, but the sleeves just aren't. So I would definitely consider staying true to size if you're someone who you want to layer, you want to be able to wear hoodies or thick chunky sweaters, and you don't want to be restricted in the sleeves or on the shoulders. That being said, if you're someone who you're like, oh, I don't care about that, I'm just gonna wear t-shirts all the time and long sleeves, then you could definitely size down one if you wanted to. Now, I actually have this in a size 14, which is sizing up one. Now, the reason why I did that, one, because I told you guys the sleeves were a little bit tight, and I wanted to be able to wear that thick, chunky stuff. Now, I don't like at all when I'm wearing a coat and the sleeves are restricting, because I wanna be able to take this on, little walks and to be comfortable driving. I don't wanna have to have like resistance here, so I did size up one to completely alleviate that. The sleeves now, I do have a lot of room, and right now I'm wearing a t-shirt with no issues. I could also go ahead and wear a hoodie. Now when I throw this on, I still have a good amount of room to kind of move around in the shoulders and in the arms. And you guys can see me here. I did try on a 10, a 12, and a 14. In different colors and different sizes. As you guys can see here, there's not much of a difference in like slimness. They all look very puffy and bulky even when I did size down. So I actually did size up one, and I really don't mind the fit on me as well. I really like the extra room in the shoulders and in the arms, and it's a bit bigger in the torso. Now, I'm taking this off because this jacket's hot and I can't wear all these layers indoors. Now, one thing I wanted to say about the sizing here is if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to stay my true size, I want to size down so it looks more flattering. Newsflash, this is not a flattering jacket. This jacket doesn't give you a shape at all. There's a reason 90% of the models wear it like this, open. It's because when you close it, it doesn't look the cutest. Now, for me, I honestly don't care. I just wanted to get a jacket that was long, that was warm and comfortable. And this checks all of those boxes for me. You're gonna need to wear it closed if you're using it as a winter jacket if you live anywhere remotely cold. So I'm showing you guys here what it looks like on me zipped up a lot throughout the video because I want you to see how it's gonna look when you're wearing it zipped, because that's how you're most likely gonna wear it. It is very, very long. As you guys can see, I am 5'8", and this almost like 100% covers my entire body. So I definitely want to show you guys the jacket, zipped up like this. It's not the most flattering out there, let's be honest, but it is very soft and warm and comfortable, and it feels like it's very good quality. So one thing I think is great about this jacket is it's very versatile. You can wear it in like warmer or colder weather, really depending on how you layer underneath. And it's actually a lot warmer than I thought it was gonna be. And if you're finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. And all right guys, now I'm gonna get into the major feature highlights about this coat. So this jacket is great for casual wear and light walks outdoors in the fall and in the winter. So definitely a good cold weather jacket. It's made of a soft water repellent fabric. It has power goose down insulation. It offers a high level of warmth while being also very lightweight. It has a removable hood, a cinchable waist. It also has a relaxed fit, a long calf length fit. But I think that kind of depends on your height here, where it's gonna hit you. And Lululemon does say it's machine washable and can go in the dryer. So one thing I really like about this coat is the color. So pretty in person. I don't even know if the camera's doing it justice. I find sometimes the color comes out a little bit more muted on camera, but it's really, really pretty. And one thing I love is that it does match my new watch, my Garmin Lily 2, here really well. So now I'm gonna talk about the zipper. So I've seen a lot of people complaining about the zippers. The zipper can take some time to do up. If you're not someone who's patient, you might find this annoying. Sometimes I could zip it up in a second, sometimes it could take a minute or two of me trying. It does have a dual zipper, and for some reason, sometimes, like I said, it's a little tricky to get to zip in because you do have to have this go completely through both zippers. If it's just through one, it will not zip up and it just won't work. But you have to put it through both, and it could take a minute, you know, but once you get it through both, it zips fine. And I gotta pull this back down. But once you get it through both, once again, it will zip fine. Up and down, no issues with it catching or hiccuping. And it is a dual zipper, so you can unzip the bottom a bit, which I usually do if I'm gonna drive because I need to have some room to move, you know, my legs when I'm driving. And I haven't had it like undo from the bottom at all. So now I want to talk about the pockets here. So we do have these interior pockets and we have the exterior pockets. So the interior pockets here are definitely a bit smaller. I would say these pockets are good for little things. Like you could put in here some cards, some chapsticks. I have with me like a lotion I could put in here as well. Also really good for sunglasses. Now the exterior pockets here are massive. Like you could fit a lot in here. Not only is it like nice and soft, which I like, for if it's cold outside, you don't have gloves. It has a little bit of like a fuzzy interior, like the lining here, which is good. And on my right side, I do have this little mesh pocket here, which is great if you want to put your cards or your change in here or something to keep them separate. And the pockets do also zip up. And one great thing about them is they can for sure fit like basically any smartphone on the market, but they could also fit water bottles. I have a standard 500 milliliter water bottle right here, and just showing you guys, fits in there with zero issues, and you honestly can't even tell it's in here because of the puffiness of this coat. So I like that it doesn't add any extra bulk. And one thing I really like about this coat is that sometimes I just don't even need to bring a belt bag. I could just fit like my wallet in here, a water bottle in here, my keys, and I could just go on my way just with this coat because the pockets are so big I can hold everything. Next thing I want to talk about is the temperatures. So I live in Canada, and where I live in Canada, it does get pretty cold. And so far I've had this for about 4 weeks, and I've worn it in some snow, light and heavy, in some hail, and just on some overcast and sunny days outside when it's quite cold. Now I will say this jacket has been awesome. I could go out like this right now, wearing a t-shirt, wearing some light pants. These are not like thick, heavy winter pants, and I will be nice and toasty warm. Now, so far I've worn this, I'll have the temperatures I've currently worn this on screen in comfortably, and the coldest I've worn in so far is -15 degrees Celsius. I do have the Fahrenheit on screen for my American friends as well. Honestly, you can really layer up and down with this, and this could work with a bunch of different temperatures, so I really do like that about it. My favorite thing about this is that it's just so lightweight, but it's warm, and this coat is like windproof, so I like that as well, because on those windy cold days where you're just like, oh, it's freezing outside, this really does cut the wind a lot. And this is actually the longest coat I own from any company. It is so long, and I love that. I feel like the older I get, the more I want long coats, because I could just throw them on and go check the mail or go for a quick walk or do whatever, and no one's gonna see what I have underneath because it covers my entire body. But if you're someone who is shorter, you might not like this extra length here. Now, if you're maybe like 5'3" or under, you might find this too long for you. I would definitely say it's still worth trying on and seeing what it looks like on you and seeing if it could work out. If it's a bit too long for you, there's nothing you can do. You can't like hem this jacket to make it shorter. But you do have other options for Wunder Puff. You can do the Wunder Puff jacket. You can do the Wunder Puff jacket cropped or super cropped. I do not have the super cropped. I'm not gonna buy it because it's so cropped and short, and I feel like it's not practical for where I live in Canada. If you guys are looking for more information on the Wunder Puff jacket or the Wunder Puff jacket cropped, you could check out my full reviews on both of those, which I have in the description below. And I think those are definitely great if you're finding this one a bit too long or if you're looking for something shorter. Now I'm gonna get into some cons I've noticed about this jacket. So the first con for me is the price. I mean, this thing is super expensive at the regular price. $398 is no joke. That's not cheap for a coat. So I definitely think that it's way overpriced at the regular price. That being said, I did grab this on markdown for $249, significantly cheaper and definitely a better buy at that price point. Another con for me is that because this is just water resistant, it's not waterproof. This has been doing pretty good in light rain and hail, but if you're outside and it starts to like heavily hail or snow, the water does kind of beat up and roll off, but after about 30 minutes, if you have a lot of it, it will seep through your jacket and you will get wet underneath. One con for me is that because it is made of down, it is not the easiest to wash. Now I say that because in the past, when I've washed them down, items from Lululemon in the washing machine, they got completely ruined. The feathers got all clumped and messed up. Some feathers completely came out in the wash. So I hand wash all of my down items going forward from Lululemon. Now I say that's a con because it's a hassle to have to hand wash your stuff, and not everyone's gonna wanna do that. I've seen some people reporting in the comments or in the reviews for this item online that they put theirs in the wash and it got ruined and just some bad stuff happened with washing. And I've had other people, you know, comment on my videos and say they were able to wash theirs with no issues. They put it in the washing machine and in a dryer. So, I mean, it depends on your luck maybe on whether the washing machine's gonna ruin your jacket or not. So I do hand wash mine to prevent that. But that's a con for me because it's not necessarily the easiest to wash. So far with this jacket, I've noticed very little feather loss, so I'm happy about that. Sometimes there's little bits I see kind of floating through the air or getting on my clothing. You guys can see on the sleeve, right here on the sleeve, there's a feather kind of poking through right here. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but sometimes there's little feathers that do kind of like poke through and end up on my clothes, but it's nothing crazy. It's just honestly maybe a feather or two that I noticed. So far so good. There's not really much feather loss. And all right guys, considering the price, the quality, the color, the comfort, the fit, the functionality, and everything like that, I would go ahead and give this an 8.6 out of 10. I definitely do give it a thumbs up. So if you guys are looking to pick up the Lululemon Wunder Puff jacket long here, I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description for you to use. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. I do read all the comments, so I'll definitely get back to you. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.